Hi, I'm Paul Magus. I'm the fuel manager at Bay and Bay. Probably the biggest opportunity that we have for saving fuel comes in our driving efficiency. This is where really all the meat is that's on the bone. And this can be the difference between 6.8 and 7.4. It can be the difference between 7.6 and 8.2. Driving efficiency. So if you're not somebody that's an excessive idler, you really don't have that much of an opportunity to save fuel just by shutting the truck off. Where your opportunity is going to be is while you're driving down the road, particularly your town driving, your starts and stops, and the speed. Speed is huge. We've probably all heard it before. Speed kills MPG. Well, why is that? Well, the reason is because when we're moving down the road, we're having to push atmosphere out of the way. We have to displace it. And the faster we drive, the more air we got to push out of the way in the same amount of time. And that air starts to push back against us. And that's aerodynamic drag. We don't really feel it at all. At town speeds, it's pretty much negligible. But once we get above 50 miles per hour, we start to approach highway cruising speeds. It makes a big difference. Simple math is every mile per hour above 50 is 1/10 of an MPG loss due to aero drag. And if you do the math on 1/10 of an MPG with all the miles you run in a year, that's about $1,000. So just clicking the cruise control back one notch from 70 to 69 could save you $1,000 in a full year. Kick it back to 68, that's $2,000. Again and again, you could potentially save yourself a few $1,000s a year just by kicking the cruise control back and slowing down a little bit on the highway, not fighting the air so much. Another thing we can do that's going to make a big difference is hypermiling. That's just more of a philosophy than a strategy, and that's just pulling out all the stops. Everything that you could possibly think of that's going to save fuel. You're always thinking about every time you're in the brake. Think about every time you're on the accelerator. Every time you're going up and down hills, managing your power properly. I get this question all the time. So what is hypermiling? Basically, what do I have to do in order to do that? Think of that one time, like we talked about when you were in college, you were on E and super worried about running out of fuel. So you got all this stress and all this anxiety built up. Oh no, that's the last thing that we want to happen, is run out of fuel on the side of the road. Think about the way you drove the truck in that type of situation. Might be the most efficiently you've ever driven in your life. And because you were hypermiling and you didn't even know it. And the most efficient drivers that we have in our fleet, they've trained themselves to drive like that all the time. Like they're on E and they're worried about running out of fuel. And they drive like that even if they have a full tank. And just trying to save every last drop. And you can imagine how many last drops there are in a full tank of fuel.